One of the most problematic things that I see in the media all the time is this depiction that like men are terrified of marriage, or that like their wife is a ball and chain, or like they're being dragged towards the aisle. Like, why do that? Like, why create this divide where it's like the women are super excited to get married, but then the men are terrified? If your husband is really that scared to get married to you, dump him.
If your husband is really that scared to get married to you, dump him.
So let me tell you guys a beautiful and a very special story about a young man. This story touches the heart, very inspiring and very romantic to say the least. So once upon a time, there was this handsome man who met a very gorgeous, very beautiful. This woman had big, voluptuous tits. Then one day, this handsome man decided to get on one knee. He proposed to this voluptuous woman with big, voluptuous tits. So the beautiful woman hesitated. A tear fell down from her eye, and she said no. And the man lived happily ever after.
So my uncle around 20 years ago was divorced. He fell madly in love with this woman that he was with, and they had 3 children together. And he would put in regularly 100-hour work weeks because he worked 3 separate jobs trying to support that family. And he found out one day that she was cheating on him through a coworker of his. And she found out that he found out and filed for divorce. And he had to live in his car for about 5 years, still paying the mortgage for the house that he's not living in, and paying child support for those 3 children that he only got to see when they turned 18. It's that sort of shit, though, why I'm terrified of marriage, because I would have lost my life over that sort of ordeal, honestly. But dude, just dump him, queen. Dump him. His feelings don't matter.
A wise man once said, in marriage, you get 3 rings. The first one, the wedding ring. The second one, the engagement ring. The third one, the best of all, the suffer ring. Because our cheek-slaying fathers once said, never sign a contract where only one party benefits. Because in the cheek-slaying Constitution, Scripture 777, it states, if you sign the marriage contract, your wallet and your nutsack shall not be intact, and it shall be extract.
Respekt.
Empfindest du? So today, I want to talk to you guys about why women are angry that more and more men are starting to avoid marriage. Jeez, I wonder why men are avoiding marriage. I just don't know why.
We know our worth, we're going to demand it, and if a guy can't live up to that, his ass can go, and your negative ass thinking can go too.
Okay.
Women be like, oh, we're not objects. But yet they say, you can't afford me. Get that hogwash out of here. That freaking swine. Child, please.
Child please is a nice way of telling someone, fuck you.
You guys want to know a secret? But don't tell people you got this from me, or I'll get into a lot of trouble. Marriage is an insurance policy for a woman's depreciating asset. Don't tell you got this from me. So today, fellas, I welcome you guys to Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
so frustrated with just the dating world in general and men in general. What happened? Where did all the men go?
What happened? Where did all the men go?
Men! No boys! Not the boys! I'm looking for the men! Men under the age of 50! Men! Anyone? Do you exist?
Sweetheart, we do exist. But from further speculation from me and my colleagues, we've just decided that it's better to do this.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself here, and so far, I'm really not having any luck. And it's really freaking frustrating. I mean, I've definitely come to my own conclusions, and, some of it based on personal experience, and some of it based on other people's experiences, friends, and, what I see and read online, or whatever else. Dating sucks nowadays.
Sweetheart, you are a cheeseburger away from being on my 600-pound life. You do not need a man. You need a Zumba class and a VIP access to a 24-hour fitness gym membership. Because here's the thing. A lot of women today, the majority of the women today, even the Landwells, they demand a high quality of a man, but yet they are a low-hanging fruit. Because the majority of our women today, they are fat. Not the P-H-A-T, pretty hot and tempting, but the F-A-T. Fat, atrocious, trifling T-Rex. Because the majority of women today, they do not even know what men want. Because this is what women think men want.
Can the guys on TikTok enlighten me on what you guys are looking for? Because I'm 27, I have a career, I push 6 figures, I've got my own place, I pay my own bills, my own car, I've got a dog, I can cook, I'm funny, my friends voted me the most memorable personality in our entire friends group. What am I doing wrong? I don't understand. 2.5 years of being single now.
So here's the thing. This woman, she's not bad looking. She's not ass cheeks ugly. I can almost promise you that she can go out and date any man she wants, but her hypergamy is not allowing her to. Because if you understand a woman's dating hierarchy, a woman's hypergamy only invests in a man who is higher level than her. Because hypergamy does not date down. Since she makes 6 figures, she wants a man to earn more than her. But the majority of men do not earn 6 figures. So the majority of men are going to be friendly, Casper the Friendly Ghost to her. We're going to be completely invisible. Because if you look at this woman, she's average. And average people get average people. Kevin Samuels said it best. Because this is what is wrong with feminism. Feminism has made woman more like a man. And men, we don't want to date a woman with a thundercock. Because this is what women need to understand. If you're watching this, take a look at this chart. The first thing you guys see on this chart is fit. Because men, we do not want to be dating a Landwell. Those creatures belong in the ocean. We want somebody who is feminine, cooperative. We don't want an ambitious woman. That's masculine energy. We don't want to be dating a woman with a dick. Because we want a woman who's friendly, outgoing, somebody who we can build with. While us men, we go to work and make the money, we need a woman that can hold down the fort, a woman who can cook. We don't want a woman who's going to be an anchor. And we also, what men want is we want a woman who is pure. Not a woman who has been ran through, destroyed, ransacked, and dismantled. Because no man wants to wife up leftovers.
She belongs to the streets.
Because here's the thing. I want to show you guys this clip of a retired, washed up Kareem gobbler.
Okay, so I'm about to be 34 years old. I'm single. I have been single for several years now. I have dated on and off in those few years, but
So to translate this in the language of the woman needs, what this woman is trying to say is that for the past several years, she has been getting torn apart, ripped to shreds, getting chopped up into 1,000 pieces by the alphas, Chads, and Tyrones. She has been getting ran through just like the yellow light.
Nothing's really become serious. You know, most of the time being single can be pretty great, but there are situations where it draws unwanted attention, like, you know, going to weddings or family gatherings and everybody's there with their husbands and their kids and you're just like the awkward one sitting at the kid table. For the most part, I try not to let my relationship status get to me, but yes, I would like to meet someone special. It would be nice if they did hurry up and get here.
This is where you guys will come across women on online dating profiles saying, I'm dating with a purpose. Don't waste my time. I need a real man to come take care of me and my kids. It's a shaming tactic.
A lot of times being single and happily single isn't really spoken about too much. A lot of times it's frowned upon. So the issues I kind of run into at my age being single is a lot of times the older generation, sorry, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Whew. I'm gonna try to get through this video without crying. I don't know why I'm crying. I should be happy.
Don't fall for the tears, fellas, because this is her way trying to get you to feel sorry for her. Because I'm very observant of these things. Because the first red flag that I noticed is that her Instagram name is after a witch. That's kind of sus. When I think of witches, I think of Jezebels and narcissists. And the second thing, if I was blue-pilled, she would have had me fooled. I would have been like, oh my God, I feel sorry for you. Why are guys such jerks to you? But if you look at this through an RP lens, and if you understand female nature, behind every woman in her 30s crying about men, there is a mountain of broken hearts from guys she rejected, guys she ignored, guys she cheated and lied with. Because at this, when a woman is in her prime, this woman is a very good looking woman. You see she has big voluptuous bongos. When she was in her prime, she wanted to be with the commitment phobic boys, the guys who didn't want a relationship because that was fun. She wanted to be with the drug dealers, the alphas, the Chads, and Tyrones. But now that she's getting older, she's washed up, she wants to be with the nice guys that she rejected in the past. And us men, we don't forget about these things. The wall is forever undefeated because when a woman is young, all women have this mindset. The majority of women, they think that, oh, I can have it all. I can have a nice guy when I'm older, but at this age, I want to have fun. Let me play you guys this clip.
There has been times where I will be talking to a man and I won't be feeling it, and people will be like, why? And I'll be like, he's just too nice. And people will look at me like I'm stupid. They'll be like, what do you mean he's too nice? Like, you want somebody mean? And I figured
because I'm 19, I think I would like a confident sort of looking alpha male, but later on in life I'll definitely like the more safe guy.
More like the beta male.
You know, someone that I would potentially like to marry, like later on in life though.
The only thing I'm providing for you is
these nuts!
So I'm going to continue to play the clip of the retired cream gobbler, but before I play the clip, I want you guys to pay attention to what she says. She does not hold herself accountable for her own actions, but instead she blames it on other people. She blames it on her toxic relationships. Because this is the problem with the majority of the women today. They never hold themselves accountable. They always want to play the victim role.
Anyways, so a lot of issues that I run into being single at my age is a lot of times the older generation of people, friends, family, whatever, will kind of be like, why are you still single? You're so beautiful. Why is someone like you still single? And, you know, sometimes it makes you feel like there's something wrong with you, like you're not deserving of love. I find in my 30s, you kind of tend to be a little bit more picky with what you want because of what I've been through in life. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know the struggle that I went through in a previous relationship and how much it kind of broke me and ruined my soul.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
And it took a lot of healing to get to the place where I am now. And because I've reached that place, I kind of have set my standards pretty high.
This is the cycle that a lot of women go through after they've been ransacked, dismantled, destroyed, ripped to shreds, chopped up into 1,000 pieces by the Chads, Tyrones, and Alphas. They're washed up, but they still think that they're entitled to a high value man. Her market value is depreciating, but she has the utter audacity to demand something better. She wants to make rules for the betas because all the guys in her past smashed for free. Now that she's older, her boobs are saggy, her cooter is dusty, she still thinks that she's entitled to a higher value man. It does not make any sense. The utter delusion. No higher value man does not want to be with some washed up cooter, dusty. If a high value man saw this woman, he'd be like, bitch, fuck you. It's delusional. If she continues to have this mindset saying, oh, I know my self-worth, I know what I want, I know my self-value, after she's been ran through by multiple dicks, going out sucking some dicks, it doesn't make any sense. Her value continues to drop. And if she thinks that she's still entitled to a high value man, she might as well just go get some cats.
So another issue I deal with is, I don't know why I'm getting so choked up. Another issue that I deal with is you're kind of left alone a lot of times.
Well, you better go get some cats.
Because by now, most of your friends are kind of married with kids, and then your friends get together, their kids play together, and you kind of don't have that same thing in common. Whereas I want to go out maybe to a nice bar or a patio and have a drink and maybe try to meet somebody while I'm out, but there's nobody to go out with because your friends have to be home because their kids have to go to bed early, or, you know. So when it actually comes to dating life at my age, I basically have to resort to online dating, which is a pretty scary thing nowadays. And a lot of times I'm finding I'm either getting men who are way too young that are interested, or the complete opposite that are way too old. The guys my age, which is what I'm looking for, someone between, maybe 34 to 37 would be my nice age bracket. But they're still not ready to grow up. I don't know what it is with this culture and this time that we're living in. I don't know what it is. I'm not ruling out a guy that is in his 40s, but usually what happens at that point is a guy that's in his 40s is probably already divorced with kids. And I'm still not ruling out the possibility that I want to have kids one day, so the likelihood that this person will want to have more kids is probably slim to none. Or they could have probably had a vasectomy for all I know. I have no idea. Sorry guys, I just had to take a break. I'm getting kind of choked up here. I don't think this video is going to be so hard to do. So what else usually happens if I meet a guy that's usually around my age, because my clock is ticking, I know what I want in life. I'm looking for someone who's wanting to settle down and, have something serious. But if you're out on a first date and these are the topics that you bring up with the guy, because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to date somebody for 3 months and find out this guy is not wanting anything serious at all. I want to be point blank, straight to the point. This is what I'm wanting out of life. And usually if you bring that topic up too early, it will usually send the guy running.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Or you look crazy. So what really bothers me... Oh, fuck. Okay, this is gonna be hard. What really bothers me at my age is that within the last 2 years, I lost my grandparents, both 9 months apart. I just struggle with the guilt that I let them down because they're never gonna get to see me have kids. I have videos and I look.
So I'm gonna stop the video right there. And all I have to say is that the Wall is forever undefeated, like Floyd Mayweather. Do I feel bad for her? Yes, I do. But do I want to? No, because I know when this woman was in her prime, I know how much of a bitch she was to all the nice guys, the guys who wanted to be with her. Because I understand female nature. The Wall is karma for women. All the guys that she played in her past. And some words of wisdom for the ladies that's watching this. When you're young, when you are in your prime, it is best for you to cash in all your chips, or this is going to happen to you.
I'll be 44 next week.
You'll be 44 next week.
I'm very happy about that. The only embarrassment about it, is because I'm not married and I'm not where I want to be.
Now, do you think that society has a big part of it? I just put something up.
No, I think it was my fault. Because when I was younger, I could have gotten with the good guys, the ones that were going to college and doing what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But instead, I got with the bad boys on the street. And then now it's just kind of too late because all the guys that are my age are taken, all the good ones. And all the guys that are the bad ones, they're just out there acting like they're 20, 30 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
It was fun, the fast money, it was fun, but I can't. That's the reason why I'm not married now, dealing with those type of men.
What?
I feel now that I have a standard, and because of the standard that I have, the guys that I had so many guys, phone was ringing, I'm out and about all day long. Now it's about the standard that I'm requiring, and if you don't have that standard, I'm not dealing with you. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time. I want to get married.
So fellas, hopefully you guys learned something from this video, and this is why a lot of men are avoiding marriages. It's just a headache, and many men we don't want a wife to wife up leftovers, girls who've been washed up, and it's just headache. Because let me end this video by saying this, fellas, may I remind you that there is no woman out there more beautiful than your freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.